Hi guys, I'm enjoying my fall break, eating carrots and listening to heavy metal. And I bet you probably thought you were done with your assignments, didn't you? No, unfortunately you're not. There is actually a section of this called predicate adjectives that we need to learn about now. So let's get our thinking hats on, wake up, you've probably been doing a lot of sleeping, a lot of video game playing. Let's get focused on what we need to learn today. Alright? Alright guys, excuse me crunching on my carrot. It's probably really disrespectful and rude. So I'll stop. But anyway, just like last time, I found this on the internet. The thing you need to know is that subject complements are still what we're dealing with, and the difference obviously between the two of them, subject complements are going to basically modify the subject, okay, or they complement the subject, if that makes more sense to you. Whereas objects are, have to deal more with verbs. They're receiving the action of a verb, okay, so kind of keep those separated. We talked in the last one about predicate nominatives, as you guys probably remember. Predicate nominatives, we basically said that they are word groups that identify the subject or refer to it in a better way. So it is a noun that clarifies what the subject is. Okay, and it's usually at the end, just like all these. This case, we're going to talk more closely about the second part of these, which are predicate adjectives, and they basically just are adjectives at the end that clarify what the subject is. It's just an adjective kind of slapped there at the end, or it's some kind of noun sometimes that works as an adjective, but either way, it's really, really close to a predicate nominative. But there are subtle differences, and we'll kind of get more into this in class. You find them the same way that you find any of these complements, okay? So in this case, the first one I want to look at is sentence number 1. It says, the tall dancer is graceful. We can go about this the same exact way. Dancer is obviously going to be the subject. Again, just to kind of point out, we have is in there, and as you guys know, is an auxiliary or linking verb. These have to have auxiliary linking verbs if you're looking for predicate complements. Okay, so keep that in mind. And in this case, you can see the dancer is graceful. So graceful is going to be what we point out here. Graceful is the complement, and that is going to be a predicate adjective because it describes the dancer in this case. Next one down, my younger sister seems sad. Younger sister, or sister more specifically, is going to be the subject. She seems, how does she seem? She seems sad. So sad describes your sister in that case, and it's an adjective, as you guys can clearly see, so it's a predicate adjective at the end there. The boys are talented. Boys is the subject. Are is a predicate, is the verb in this case is going to be a linking verb or an auxiliary verb, and talented is going to be the complement. And talented is an adjective describing the boys, so that makes it a predicate adjective. The last one says yellow cheese smells fresh. Okay, and in this case, yellow cheese is the subject, smells is the verb, fresh is the complement, and indeed, fresh does describe yellow cheese, so or that specific yellow cheese at least. So in that case, it's going to be again a predicate adjective. All right. Talking more about the difference, I'm kind of flipping back and forth in the book here. I'm on page 131, 132. If you guys kind of want to do some more reading on this, because we will be doing these two as soon as you come back to school. But basically, I mean, if you look at the words that are used, that's the only thing that separates the two of them. Okay. Predicate nominatives, basically, it's going to be something that identifies the subject or refers to it maybe in a slightly different way. Like it clarifies it, like I said before. Like instead of being the boy, he's a basketball player. Basketball player is not really an adjective in that case. It's something that just kind of clarifies what the boy is or what he does. Okay. Whereas in this case, we're talking about predicate adjectives. They're adjectives. They're simple words that basically describe the subject a little bit better. They don't change the role of it. It's not mother or soldier or father or anything like that. But they do clarify and help describe the type of subject you have. Okay, so hopefully that's clear and it's not more confusing. Like I said, we'll work with this more in class. Just know that one's an adjective and the other one is basically a noun that is more of a role or a clarification or something of the subject. Okay, you find them the same exact way. They do the same exact thing. Just two slightly different veins of these, two slightly different types. Okay, that's the last thing I'm going to bother you with on your time off. What's this? Huh, that was weird. Anyway, have a great break. I'll see you guys when you come back, and we'll talk more about these type of complements, subject complements that are modifying the subject and not necessarily modifying the predicate like we have been dealing with objects. All right, see you when you guys get back.